Hi, traders. It's 11 a.m. EST. It's time for Mike and me. Mike, how you doing? Just want to open up with, I thought that we would take out the 42.05 low, and it turned out not to be a big breakdown. Looks more like a stop hunt to me, but it doesn't change my bearish view. I'd sell rips up to 4,300, wrong against these highs at 44. Still believe there's more downside, even though NVIDIA is recovering. I said last Thursday I'd eat my hat if it filled the gap, so I can still wear my hat. I think eventually we're going to take out 410. The measure move of that would be about 320. Amazon still looks weak to me, although they have earnings coming out, so maybe it'll get a lift back to 134 or so, but under 124, it measures 105.
Yes, no, I see.
Apple, interesting thing it did. I heard your broadcast yesterday.
Thank you.
You talked about how it held the 200-day almost to the pip.
But
all right, my contention is that it's not going to hold it for long.
I agree.
Okay, and
I agree.
If we take it out, it opens up the door for some big downside targets. This is about a $30 move, this whole thing right here.
What a beautiful looking chart that is.
So if we take
so 30, clean.
Yeah, we take this out, it opens the door for a $30 drop, okay, which would take it to 140. Okay. The other one that I was pretty negative on, this is a real big call. It's not going to happen overnight, may take till next year, but it was Tesla that was not participating. I talked about it here when we were putting in its second lower high. Okay. So, Elon.
It's great. You know what? May I interrupt? I have to interrupt. One of the times you called me personally and told me that you said if I'm long it or to short Tesla. And what? Fact. On my personal line. But, we talk all the,
Yeah, but here's my long-term call. Double digit numbers in Tesla into next year. Double digit. That means sub 100.
Are you just talking about technicals aside from any fundamental?
Oh, I think there's a lot of fundamentals going on. You could
technically, where do you think? Forget about the fundamentals. Technically, fundamentally, it's irrelevant.
All right. Well, okay. Technically, we had this in 21 before we bottomed in October here. Okay, so you can't have massive moves. That was 400. That was a $300 move. So we can't have a $300 move or it would go to zero. But I do think that we're going to take out the low from last year.
Wow.
So
how about JP Morgan, coach?
I was looking at the banks.
It's right there, right?
Yeah.
Look at that chart.
I don't like it. It's rolling over. Bank of America still looks crappy.
But that's the weekly. Look at the daily. Yeah, look at the daily. You can go back to Citi.
Okay, well, I will. But okay, the daily, none of the banks look good. It's right at support.
Yeah, that looks worse.
All right, and Bank of America looks like crap.
Taking put flow, the right kind of put flow.
Citi, those guys who bought the calls were wrong. XLF is ugly. There's, I can't find a bank index or an individual, even Wells. None of them look good. I think that's important. So I'm a bear. And look, so I'm thinking that
a nasty one too.
Yeah, and I think a lot of it's going to come in next month. Not because I'm predicting a government shutdown or what's going to happen with the war.
That's fair.
But did you ever hear this Wall Street expression that bears feast on Thanksgiving and the bulls on Christmas?
Yes.
So I'm looking for a big decline into Thanksgiving in the market.
Coach. Listen. I got you. I don't know how else to articulate it. I'm just buying some Chinese small low floors at the moment. That's all I'm telling you. But listen, the bottom.
Good.
Anybody that's been watching lately, you've been right on the long term. And listen, I actually had to get off the meeting. We had the trade view meeting, executive meeting. I had to get it off early, which is rare, in order to prepare for you, because I knew right now I have like we had this debate about what my time frames are. You probably took the under when I said a week. Sometimes I go longer. I get it. Depends if it's a winner or not. I digress. But now I'm thinking, now I got till 2 o'clock. Hopefully they wind some of these zero date options. I'm looking for that type of thing. A lot of things are moving. So I wasn't really prepared for, I'll read the paper later. You know what I mean? The dog will sit on my lap and I'll read stuff later.
You're trading flow, you're scalping.
Well, no. That's like,
No?
scalping's like saying I'm an ambulance chaser as a lawyer. No.
All
I got
right.
freaking 40. Yeah, no, I got stuff. I'll show you after you finish. I'm sorry.
All right, and I think that your GFI, I'm hoping you could get out at 12.
I punted it. I'm at 90% of it.
Okay. I'm still, I still don't feel compelled to buy the miners. I could be dead wrong, but they look like flags to me. And the other reason is I can't declare a top in the dollar yet. I mean, this looks like a flag to me, doesn't it? To you?
Oh, you flip that upside down. I'd be buying. I'd be bidding for this. Yeah, I'd be buying. I'd be bidding down. Yeah. If you flip that up, I'd be bidding for the stock aggressively. Probably buying at the market to get a feel of it.
I've seen you buy formations like this. They're bull flags, and I'm looking for a new high in the dollar. I don't know if we're going to get to 109, but that's a big area for me. Kind of like 1800 gold was. 109 on the dollar's big, and then I think we'll be entering my buy zone in euro, and that's going to come in at 102. And I'll say this, the euro at 102, I will be buying because I believe it will be good for me and good for you at 102. So this is when I expect the dollar to peak with the euro down here. And then it's going to be hard to be short any commodity. Oil's acting lousy, and I looked at the oil shares, Mike. People that got long on the Middle East conflict, I think there's the wrong way.
They're in trouble, Coach. I'll go to you.
I'm
Probably have
give you the
Chevron up
chart.
there. Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead, because we were hoping that if the market turned south, we'd get pullbacks in uranium stocks.
We have.
That's happening.
Yeah,
that's
happening. And they're taking
too.
call flow though, Coach.
Okay.
You could probably interpret that better. Am I sharing my screen? Share screen. Here I am. Okay, here's my screen, my main screen. Okay. What are we looking at now?
That's Chevron.
Correct.
Doesn't look so great.
Let me get this. Let me blow this thing up. I have 19,000 windows open. All right, here's the Chevron daily. Yeah. You can even overlap it with crude. It's actually acting the right way, which is keeping the market up to a degree. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So there's Chevron. Kramer came out and said he's pounding the table on Exxon. I don't look at that chart. Chevron, Exxon. So those, by the way, those were the two stocks we were joking about it, how the boomer stocks were hanging on maybe a month ago. Yeah. And now the best of breeds completely flipped. Some of the little ones are trying, some of the ancillary ones, which may edify Coach's market position. They're short, everything, a lot of things are up today are like a little bit of low floaters to mid caps. You're seeing maybe Verizon had a little bit of a pop in RTX, but some things underneath, for example, Chevron and things that matter like Apple, are macro bruises. Yeah. That's still into the heart of earnings season coming up literally tonight, or the beginning of it, if you will. Yeah. It could change it in any given moment. So you have stocks like Verizon, a one-day wonder. There you go, Verizon. So, it pulled something. I understand 3M. Okay, was it a year low yesterday? Closed it at a dead year, multi-year low. Doesn't look like a lot, but the stock went from 85 to 90. Believe me, it was high. It was 92. So you have a $7 move from 3M saying if this thing's bad, it's going to open down 10%. Probably would have, as opposed to this.
Yeah. It could have more left in it. It's got, you think about it. there was no technical reason to buy that stock yesterday.
There was no fundamental reason to buy the stock.
All right, and so
General
neither.
Motors, same thing. GM reported. Look at the range in General Motors.
So that's a nice reversal.
It is a nice reversal.
Yeah, so on some of these things you just showed me, you have shorts stuck.
Yeah, no, Coach, no Coca-Cola.
Yeah.
51 to 57. That's a nice snapper back. I'm just saying.
It sure is.
How often do you see Coca-Cola move? What is that? 10% in like a month? 10 people put stock Coca-Cola away for a decade to get 10%. This is a week, 2 weeks. So next, there's price action, range, and volatility. What we do best. What else?
So you know what it's telling me is that the ones that everyone owns, the mega cap tech, you're not getting these kind of bounces that you're getting in things that you've shown me so far. That tells me leadership is changing, and there's still a problem with overvaluation of mega cap.
I mean, that's probably eloquent. I couldn't put it better if you gave me 100 times.
Yeah.
Because when you look at the stocks that are popping, they're the ones that have been on the weaker side. It's not Microsoft continuing to hold up. It's a Stitch Fix. Hold on, I used to go back to my Schoenfeld days. It's a poor example. Let me give something else. All over his GLW. By the way, that had earnings on a reversal. That's an optical play. Coca-Cola had earnings. I already brought that up. I apologize. What else is acting well? I'm just trading. Let me tell you the stocks I took positions in today. I'm in TAL, TAL, a China education stock. Everybody knows it. It goes K-Web and China stocks. I know that it was Lewis. You're probably freaking out about it. Are taking positive action today. JD, I bought actually very well this morning. It was my first trade on TGH. Never made a new low. Actually went from 24.49 to 25.6. It's a nice move, Coach. It's $1.40.
Nice, yeah.
Okay, Bob, taking calls. I know everybody's freaking out about it, but I did buy EDU over the gap with volume. It's it has this boom. Do all these lines you do, Coach. Line. I got TAL. What else am I in?
What is TAL?
It's a Chinese education stock.
So China's coming out of here.
Well, here's FXI. Go with it's a first day up, but it is taking option flow. If it wasn't for option flow, I could be in a ton of different sectors right now. I'm just going by the option flow. That makes sense at the moment. MS, obviously, to no surprise, what's going on is coin.
Because Bitcoin's exploding.
Yes,
I was wrong about that.
Well, that was what we call that was binary news. That's not even as binary as it comes.
What was it? They approved the ETF? Was that
the Greystone Bitcoin Trust?
Oh, okay.
Which puts in, it's basically like something joining the, well, I apologize for those cryptos.
GBTC.
GBTC. There's MSTR. The little ones, CLSK, that was taking all that volume. They're late now. Yeah. That's it, Coach. So there's rotation. There's a proper rotation. Halliburton came out with earnings. That one was acting very well. Then they had a chance to sell it, and they are now. That's another oil I don't like. The rotation's improper. Schlumberger, Coach. You like this short until at least down here, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that
chart, maybe worse if it takes that out.
It just hit me. Chevron and Exxon, although they are weaker than the respective Schlumberger and Halliburton, are actually the best of breeds in the respective area, and they're having poor price action as well. Noted. I guess it's a re-note,
Yeah. I'm not bullish energy like a lot of people are.
No, I'm not either.
I'm not a super spiker, 1-200. That's later when if there's a problem in the Straits of Hormuz. Yeah, but I don't
strike,
think we're
right?
there yet.
There was Devon Energy. They squeezed it, but I knew it was. I still had some. The 200 days. It was uncomfortable. I think I started maybe the 50-day 49.14. But I had a lot of it, 50, it was a couple of dollars against me. Then I took it off. Next trade, it's probably going lower, but I thought I could use my buying power better. I get it. Next. But Coach, we have, like I said, I'm only as good as till after lunch at this point. When I look at option flow and the earnings situation going on, D-Dog is taking a lot of option flow coming into Microsoft numbers. This ASPN is acting very well. That is a stock for, even if you're one of these day guys, and I used to be, or still am, good volume, price action, breaking out on news near the high of the day. I don't know if it's a one-day wonder, but if you're looking to take some money out of the market, something like this with decent volume, maybe it still goes and takes at a new high. So there are things to do.
It looks like it will.
Probably will.
Two drives.
And you know what? I don't care if it's symbol A or B or they make widgets. Stocks got good price action, volume, and news. I don't know. Well, kind of the news. I want the news to be after, but it's acting kind of well. I'm not in it. What am I in? What am I in? Let's look what I'm in.
Well, I'm hunting for short candidates, Mike, as the S&P approaches 43, 43 and a quarter. Anything that's getting put sweeps into that time period when the S&Ps are up there, I'd go with them.
Let's look what they're doing now, right, Coach?
Well, we're not at 4,300, but yeah, see if they're early. They're probably.
But we're gonna look what they're doing now. That's most important because at least they may tip their hand.
Yeah.
I got so many windows. I gotta read. Look at this. I got 19 windows open. Hold it in, Coach. Zoom. Where's my Zoom thing? It's hidden under window. It's hidden under things. I apologize, everyone. Windows. Maybe I'll share that. Here I go. Coach, can you take the screen?
Yeah.
I'm in the window purgatory. You have it?
You're still sharing. I can't. Why don't we wrap it?
We'll wrap it. I apologize. Fantasy page.
All right. So anyway, Mike, some good looks. And you know where I stand. So go ahead. Give me some good earning reports to fade, like Amazon, and that'd be a favor. One for
Coach, this HASI, I saw this thing. I don't know yet. I probably am going to wait till after because that's when the real, they'll let the retail. It's just like the open. Retail money flutters at the open. Real guys pound it at the close and pound because they don't need the binary risk of being wrong at the numbers. If they're right and they know they're going to be right, there's good enough money afterwards, and that's I
just saw a sweep bearish on B of A.
I said that before. Bank of America.
Yeah.
CFG bearish and other banks, Citizens Financial Group,
What
Bank
are they,
of California,
regional?
bankish, whole bank.
They're all the banks.
Well, here's JP and the boys. We used to call it on the desk. Here's JP Morgan. Here's my chart at least. And this is
well, you know what? If we're not in a banking crisis, they sure are crappy assets to own. Okay, that's all I could say. Whether it's systemic or not, they look lousy.
They shook me out of that Charles Schwab one-day wonder, the one-day wonder pop when it went from 50 to like 55, a 10% move that day. And it hurt because I was a little early. I think I started the gap. But now it goes back to 54 Schwab. I would like this is SIVB, Coach.
Yeah, we're almost there.
And look at we've made some decent recovery. I mean, rotation has been proper. This stock's not everything's on the ledge. But here it is, Schwab. It's freaking $1.
That may be the catalyst for the rest of the market dumping is well, first of all, yields are a full point higher than they were in March during the SVB crisis. So the banks that weren't in terrible shape are under more pressure because their duration book is taking more losses.
I understand. Absolutely.
Actually, I bought TLT derivative yesterday.
I saw it in the room.
Half position. It's I forgot what it is. TMF trades around $4. And I bought half in case there's one more low in TLT, and I'll add. I think there's a bear market rally coming in this. Maybe back to 5, maybe 7.
Not bad. I'm in it.
Okay.
Now let me go to what I would do. What am I doing now? The volume shelf right here, volume shelf. So I want in this thing around, but basically right here is a little gap. When I look, I want it at basically 407. I want here. It's good. 407. Right. I'm going to bid.
All right. Anyway, it's the first time I've touched alongside. And
we'll bid 8,000 shares, 407 to start. Coach.
Okay. The low I think was 380. I bought it.
Okay. Well, compared to what's going on my account, both up and down, I'll take it.
All right. Anyway, Mike, nice broadcast.
Well, you too, Coach. Thanks for leading, and I apologize to all not giving him more polished. We're very active, and that's what I do best. So please be in the room. TRU, Bitcoin news is across here. What's going on? Somebody told me, so it's Bitcoin making the drop of the day. Do we have it? Here's Bitcoin going from a $5 down take on Bitcoin. Hold on a second.
Wow.
So there you go. We have Bitcoin news. TRU new low. TRU, TransUnion, a bank. TransUnion, Coach. Get to know it.
Wow.
My mentor be shorting this aggressively. New lows, new lows. Go to the weekly. You might not make $10 on it, but you'll probably, risk all, you can make it. The juice might not be out of the punch bowl, but look at this thing. True. There's a lot going on now.
There is.
There is.
Banks. What was my don't bank on the banks? I've been saying it for a few months, and you know what? I hope you took it to heart. Don't bank on the banks. Get a piggy bank.
I didn't get stubborn in the city. They made it. Listen, Coach. They made the move from 39 to 44. But listen, I got you. Well,
don't bank on them. So
bank news and Bitcoin. Now they go in bank news, Bitcoin. So listen.
Okay.
I meant to say before. I apologize not so polished, but making moves here.
Go ahead.
Banks, PACW, Coach. Pacific West. By the way, talk about. Do I have the chart up? We're talking about Schwab now. Before I see this coming all across my scanners. Pacific West was, arguably the one of the few that were teetering, if not somehow remaining.
Yeah.
So the juice may be out of the punch bowl again, but this Pacific West has issues. You know what I mean?
It's going to take this low out. It's going to take that low out.
Well, and I might. Who knows? It's going to take me about today until tomorrow morning to build a 200,000 share short, but it might go to 5. But this is going, and I'll leave it at this again. Fast and Furious. Here's my
could go BK.
It could go BK. Bottom line, my last news. KRE new lows, following through a pullback when regionals drag down to the small caps. News. KRE making new lows, Coach.
Yeah.
Got to get in this TMF.
Anyone who listened to us knew, knows that KRE symbol. I
have to chase TMF and pay up 2 cents, Coach. I'm chasing it now.
Okay. All right. Let some of it come to you. And I have Adam Button tomorrow. So Adam's pretty good news trader, a pretty good analyst. So we'll see what he has to say.
News. Right. Yeah, right here. Last news corp. PACW, Mike V.
Yeah.
Before the news, another regional bank making new lows. It's because the scanners had them. ALLY bearish.
Look, Amazon bearish, November's.
I know they're going to the $7,000 bet. I don't put much credence in an option bet like that. I could do that.
Okay.
Tony Pistachio could hit for 7,000. KRE.
Yeah.
Credit and funds weighing on the banks. Let's see if they weigh on the rest of the market. I'll leave it at that. Watch the commodities. Watch oil, naturally, gold, dollar, anything that Coach talked about previously. And I'm here to trade it a little bit, maybe more micromanaged, if you will.
Yeah, I think that we'll have an entry in the precious metals when the dollar approaches 109.
Okay. Here all day.
That's what I'm waiting for.
I'm here all day. I'm trading aggressively. Not aggressively. I'm trading smart. I'm trading selectively. I don't have FOMO. I never do. I've been doing this 28 years. I'm excited. I'm
waiting for my levels.
No, I'm excited. This is what we wait for. The VIX being elevated. Things are breaking down. Things are breaking out. There's pandemonium. Even in Coca-Cola. How can you not be excited?
Yeah, I'm not happy about the VIX closing back under 21 yesterday.
No, we'll see how
it didn't do much Friday, but I'm still holding them because if I'm right about the market, I still think they'll squeeze the
they're where you want to be, Coach. They're where you want to be now. Resting above the truck. That they look good right now.
I stayed with it. We'll see. We'll see where they're at when and if the S&P's get to 40.
Bottom line is, listen, I'll close with this. It's a lot of the earnings are coming out in the big 7. What do they call those things? The Furious 7?
Magnificent.
Magnificent 7. So the VIX movement will be skewed unless there's some bombshell, because there have been big bombshells earnings and they're big winners and big losers. Both on they could make a difference either way, and the VIX is still somewhat abated. So let them wash out a little bit. Let the Magnificent Seven settle up.
Well, I think that
And then you'll
NVIDIA,
let geopolitical will take over until Friday afternoon, and coach, you could pound away again and pontificate how we're going to 40 VIX. That's it.
all right,
I know the plan.
NVDA, is no longer. I wouldn't call it magnificent anymore.
No, that had its chance. That was
None of them.
Right.
You know where they go when they're no longer Magnificent Seven? Boot Hill.
Boot Hill.
Yeah. Do you know where Boot Hill is? It's not in the Hamptons.
In Virginia?
It's every Western town. That's where the graveyard was, up on Boot Hill.
Okay.
They're in Boot Hill. Tesla, Boot Hill. Boot Hill, Elon. Get some cowboy boots.
Well, you know what? Let's see what General Motors finishes today. I hope this freaking thing finishes. Maybe it's because of the 30
I like it.
price.
Yeah.
Or
It looks like the bonds. It looks like the bonds a little bit. That I don't like. It's too flat.
I wouldn't like that. This deal, you know what? You're right on this. I'm going to buy this TMF as a hedger. There's no question.
Yeah, that's when I think it'll work, is during risk off. There'll be a pretty good move. So I think we.
Good point.
Oh yeah, look at that.
That's what's biggest to me.
Okay, it's
At
going
least
to
they'll
that
give me an
green.
out. At least they'll give me an out if I'm wrong. I like that.
I think it'll go to at least the blue moving average and maybe the green.
All right, I can't argue with your price.
That's a double at the green. So, all right, buddy.
Okay.
Good hunting today. And don't just count your pips, count your blessings. Hang out with Mike and me in the room. And that's it. I hope we're adding value to what you're trying to accomplish here. It's not easy.
Lewis tried. No, we're having some. Listen, we're about, the whole thing is about quality, not quantity. DGH right now. There's some Cliff. Good eye, Lewis. We got some guys that really know what they're doing. First of all, I'm not going to. We got some guys that know what they're doing. So be in the room. You got to be in it. A high levels opinion for everything going on. It's about your style. I'm going to help you get there. Cheers.
All right, Mike. Adios, buddy. Thank you.